Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a quick little review on the Bougerv portable diesel heater. I seen they just come out with this a few days back, and I had one of the cheaper, just the Chinese diesel heaters, the $100 ones. And while it worked, it was, number one, it was loud. The build quality on them wasn't as great, but I seen this one from Bougerv and some of the features that it has, and I was like, I definitely have to get that, because I heat my shop with the portable diesel heater, so I'm really anxious to use this one come this winter. But here's the just a quick rundown, the user manual that they give you. By the way, really nicely written user manual, nicely to understand user manual. Some of those user manuals, they get pretty out there with it. But just to kind of give you a quick reference here, it is a nice stainless steel with stainless steel handles on this one, and a nice fuel gauge on the front here also. And then on the front, I'm sorry, this is actually, I would call it the front. So this is where the hot air comes out. And then back on the back side is where your controller's at and the intake. So on the back side, you see here, like I said, the handles fold down. But I just wanted to show you the manual real quick for everybody out there. It does come with 3 power sources, which is awesome. So you can plug it in your regular household outlet. You can plug it into a power station, solar power station, car, whatever, with a 12 volt, or you can hook it directly to the battery. And I like the unit on the back actually has an Anderson connection on the back, so it makes it super simple to set up as far as power. But this one also does come with a remote control. Like I said, another good thing, another cool feature about this one is the actual exhaust pipe threads from the side. So a lot of the Chinese ones will come from the bottom, and then you're kind of concerned about, you know, is it too close to the ground? Is it going to catch the ground on fire if you put it on the ground, etc., etc. Another cool feature about this is the air intake actually for the combustion of the machine itself is actually built in. So like I said, on the Chinese models, it's usually an intake and the exhaust, and then it comes out the bottom, and then you got to figure out where to put the intake and all this. So the actual intake is built in, which is awesome. So that gets rid of that completely. And like I said, the exhaust threads on and off. So you can quickly thread it on, put it wherever, take it off, you want to store it, etc., etc. And then of course, this is your heat hose. You can direct your heat where you want it. But like I said, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. And like I said, here's the remote. Like I said, it's got an on-off button, air blower, power level. It actually has a timer and a schedule built in. Love that. You can adjust the timer. You know, it just tells you the voltage. Fuel pump, that's another great feature on this one. This fuel pump is what they call a quiet fuel pump. Like I said, if you've run some of the cheaper ones make this click, 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 and it is monetarily loud. Like I said, if you want to use this for sleeping in a tent or something like that, you have to get the machine pretty far away, because I mean, it just continually clicks. But this fuel pump here is up to 30% quieter. And like I said, I haven't run it yet. It's summer here still, but I'm anxious to run it. But they said this one makes more of like a low hum noise. So that would be awesome. So the fuel pump on this one's upgraded also. Like I said, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. It does come with the remote, simple on, off, up, down. Love that. It's not complicated. Easy to use. Here's some of the operations on the remote. Like I said, if you'd like to look at that, you can pause the screen here. Here's some more. And the remote does come with Bluetooth also, so you can control it from your phone, which is another awesome option. And it gives you some quick maintenance here in the back. But yeah, I just wanted to run over the manual real quick. Very well put together manual. So just to run through some of the stuff in the box. Here's a little heater hose that you can direct the heat to where you want it. Here is the exhaust hose. And if you see the threaded part, here's what I was talking about. So like I said, you can bend this however you want. And like I said, it threads right into the side of the machine. Like I said, most of them would come in from the bottom of the machine. This one actually comes out the side, which is awesome. Really like that. Comes with all your clamps, hose cables, some screws and stuff. If you want to put that exhaust, that's for your exhaust there. If you want to put it up out of the way. This is for your heat side. If you want to direct that heat, you can pop that on there and direct it left or right. And here is the power options, like I said, and they're all Anderson connectors, which is great. Car, your solar power stations and all that will run it just fine. If you want to go directly to a battery, 12-volt battery, a lithium battery, you can do that. And they also, I think this is the one here. Yes, it is. You can go directly to a wall outlet and run it, which is another nice option. And this one here is rated at 12 volts at 15 amps, so plenty enough power to run it. But yeah, that's the 3 power options that you have to run this. And like I said, here is the remote control real quick. Show you that. Really nice size here. Love the simple of it. I want it on, off. I want it hot, cold. Super simple. Like the little keychain that they give you, you can put that on somewhere. And let's see what's in this box. I haven't opened it yet. Okay, this is just a muffler. And I'll be honest with you, which I'll test it on this one. But on the other one that I had, the cheaper model, I never really could tell a whole lot of difference between the muffler on and off. These things are pretty quiet as they are. But as you see, this is a straight through design muffler. It just kind of takes some of those sound waves and kind of deadens them out. So like I said, we'll test that at a future date when it cools off a little bit, if that actually makes it quieter or not. I'm kind of maybe not on that one. I'm not sure on that one yet. But as far as accessories go, that is pretty much it. Just a couple of little pages here that they give you. How to put the hose clamps on, etc., etc. And here is that app that I was telling you about. If you want to control it from your phone, you can download the app there, scan the QR code. Like I said, you can turn the heat up and down, on and off. You can set your timer. Looks like the app's pretty neat also. So that's all the instructions that they give you. And let's go over to look at the machine real quick now. So right here is the actual machine itself. Really nice unit. And here's some more of the specs here. Like I said, it does run on 12 volts. So the starting power is 150 watts, and that's usually like for 2 or 3 minutes. So once that ignition happens and the chamber heats up, then all you're really running is the pump and the fan. And the operating power from there is 10 to 60 watts. And the operating noise is 70 decibels, so fairly quiet. But right off the bat on this particular machine, this is super heavy duty stainless steel. Where a lot of the other ones was quite a bit thinner material, this is actually like very substantial. And I really like the Bougerv logo that they put in here. Like I said, the handles on top, I mean, these are solid. They're not plastic, they're solid metal. And these will actually fold down out of your way too, which is awesome. And another good thing about this one is the fuel cap. On the cheaper ones, the fuel cap, just a cheap plastic lid. They always leaked, spilled, whatever. This one is actually upgraded, and you see that huge O-ring down there, which really helps. But like I said, and it clicks, so you know you have it on there. It's pretty much spill proof. Another great thing about this one. So here is the intake. So here's your intake on this one. And then your control panel here. This is where you'll control everything. And these little louvers down here is the intake. The intake filter sits right back there. That's for the combustion chamber. So it's not actually the intake, the heat that you're going to receive. That's the intake here for the combustion chamber. And then you see the Anderson port there. And it is 24 volt. If you do have a 24 volt rig or something like that, or a battery, you can run it up to 24 volts there. Coming around to this side, nothing much here. Like I said, other than the heavy duty case, love that about this. And this right here is where your exhaust threads on. So like I said, most of the cheaper ones, the exhaust would come out the bottom, and it was a pain in the butt. You'd have to, figure out where to put it. And then if you ever sit on the ground in the grass or whatever, then you had to worry about the heat and catching fire and all this. Love this one that comes out the side. So But yeah, overall, that is the Bougerv diesel heater. Like I said, awesome little heater. I'm looking forward to cranking it up when we get some cooler weather here. So if y'all got any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you. All right, here's a quick review of the LCD screen on this one. Love how clear the screen is. Really like that. You have your time. The wattage is your heat. I like how it brings up the wattage. So this one goes up to 4,800, I think it is. Nope, 5,000 watts or 5 kW. Or you can dial that heat way down. Really, really nice. Tells your battery voltage on here. Like I said, I'm plugged into the wall. But really like this display. It's super clear. You can set the time. Like I said, I don't have any fuel in it yet. It is running super quiet right now. But yeah, overall, really like the screen on this one.